Welcome to the Harjit and Prayer Show with your host, Harjit and Prayer.
Hey dude, how are you doing?
Hey, Prayer. We're back, man.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
how's life been?
Oh, it's been a busy week, man, with Patch Tuesday this week.
How
Woo.
did how was it this week, this month so far?
So far, I think there's one patch that's seems to be an issue, which is a revised patch that got reintroduced, and it's acting like a brand new patch.
Oh no.
So it's rebooting, Windows 2008 out to servers and some Windows 7 systems and stuff like that. So.
Got it. So you probably posted something on Tech Connect about that, right?
I
All
did,
right,
yeah.
cool. I'll have to go check that out.
Yeah, you should check it out. But
I heard some.
otherwise, so far so good.
That's good. Did your iPhone get bricked?
Uh, yeah.
Did it really? Oh, no way.
Actually, so I've monitored the conversations, and there were folks who were keen to push the trigger right off the bat, and they did, and I'm like, oh boy, good thing I didn't. And then Apple came out and said, okay, yeah, we fixed it, it was whatever, and we got it working, and that's not a problem. And then I waited for the next day and heard from other folks, and it's like, yeah, yeah, it's working fine for me now. And I updated my systems and no problem, and my phones, and I said, oh, must be fine then. So I did it, and it just hung. I was like, oh my
Oh
god,
no.
oh my god. And I got that warning that said, plug in to your iTunes, and good thing I did a iCloud backup.
Cool.
And so went to work and I started restoring it, and it took a long time. I was like almost to a point like I think I had to get the um, uh, ISXW file or something like that to kind of force it to install that and then do a recovery. But I can,
Wow.
yeah, ever since that it's fine. I got it working and all my data is back, and um, trying to get used to it because it's different.
Got it.
It's, the notifications are pretty heavy on it.
Yeah, the way I found out is that one of my clients actually called and asked, "Is there something up with this latest iPhone update?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not." I was like, "I'm not really sure." And he's like, "I have a desk full of iPhones and iPads that are not upgraded." I'm like, "Well, you should probably stop trying, right?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, he had like 10 or 15 devices that he
Oh
tried."
my God. Oh,
Yeah, and I'm like, "Whoa, boy,
yeah,
hold up." And they're just generic devices. They're not tied to a user, so that was okay.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what the details on what the problem
I
was, but
posted all of that on Tech Connect as well, and tweeted it,
cool.
and actually helped a few people out. Avoid some issues.
That's
So
good.
yeah. So what are we
Well,
talking about today? I think you got something interesting about Atlanta, right?
yeah, so I mean, Ignite is wow, only like right around the corner, not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. And
I
so,
think it's like another 10 days.
yeah, that's unbelievable how quickly that came up.
Yeah.
I asked my friends who are native to Atlanta. They live there, they work there. I asked them, "Listen, I'm going to be in Atlanta for a week, and are there any places that I should definitely eat?" And I said, "I don't want to eat at the chain restaurants or anything like that, but I
Right.
want I want like an authentic
Something local.
Southern, yeah, something local, something that's authentic Southern, because I can get hamburgers anywhere that are going to taste the same,
Right.
and stuff like that. Like, give me something. I want the hole in the wall places." And so they said, actually, the hole in the wall places you probably don't want to go to by yourself.
Oh.
So there's like, but here are some places that we think you would like, knowing who I am. And so I'm gonna make some suggestions. Again, these are places that I'm personally am going to go to because it's the kind of food I like.
Hey,
Um,
I'll go with you.
Sweet. Probably not the most healthiest food and stuff like that, but I mean, it just sounds very, very yummy, and I'm gonna go check it out. So the first place actually doesn't serve food, but it's a brewery, and I'm no beer connoisseur of any sort, but I like to take samples of different beers and figure out what I like and stuff like that. For a long time, I was really into the really dark ales and stouts, but I'm more of a lager IPA guy now.
Oh, cool.
I don't know, something happened that my tastes just changed. So there's this a brewery that was actually started by a bunch of friends. It's called Monday Night Brewing,
Monday
and
Night Brew.
yes, we're going to put all the links in the comments section of the of our video. And they have a rolling set of different kinds of beers that they put out there, and you can get their bottled and canned stuff within the Atlanta area. But you can actually also go there and take a tour. And so they have tours during the day. So you can either just show up and visit, or if you have a bunch of people that are interested in this kind of thing, you can actually probably you can call them ahead and make an appointment and say that, hey, I'm here for Microsoft Ignite. I want to take a tour of the brewery, and they will show you around. And what's really cool about their website, mondaynightbrewing.com, they'll give you all the information. They have a cool little beer finder which will tell you like how you can find their beer, like where to buy it and stuff like that. And it also shows you what what they're actually brewing, like what they have year round, and then what they actually have like going on right at the moment and stuff like that.
Right.
So it sounds like a pretty interesting place. I think I'd like to go check that out.
Awesome.
Um, during our off time and stuff like that. So that sounds like a very interesting place. Again, you can't eat there, but you can just do the tour and stuff. So if you have some free time, you want to probably should check that out. Now,
Okay.
the other place is in Midtown, and it's called Cypress Street Pint and Plate. And so casual atmosphere. They have brunch, lunch, dinner, and then they also are also open late at night, and they have different things, the different themes for the evenings. So, for example, they have like on Monday a $6 buck chuck all day. On Tuesday it's beer geek Tuesday. Wednesday
Okay.
is trivia and stuff like that. We're not going to have time for all that kind of stuff because we have different events going on for work
Right.
at the conference. But what's interesting to me is their menu because it's not things that I typically see on menus. For example, there's something for our pal Joe called peanut kale. I don't know what it is, but I know that Joe loves kale, and so like that's something that he should check out. They have this thing called braised beets, so it's red and gold beets, goat cheese, red onion, mixed greens, and then a red beet vinaigrette. It's like a kind of salad. So is the peanut kale. It's on top of a salad. But what's most interesting to me is you know how I like samosa. They
Yeah.
have this isn't samosa, but they have breakfast egg rolls. So
Breakfast.
look at this description. It's scrambled eggs, cheddar cheese, sausage, and then your favorite, sriracha syrup.
Oh yes.
So I think for brunch,
Nails.
yeah, so for lunch, we need to check this place out because that right there sounds really, really good. So this is called Cypress Street Pint and Plate. CypressBar.com is the website. And that
Okay.
was again recommended to me by my friends in Atlanta. The other place is a more traditional Southern fare. It's called Mary Mac's, and I'm told that the owner will actually walk around and she wants to meet people and she'll talk with you and stuff like that. So that's kind of
Oh,
neat. And again, it's what's interesting to me here is they have a section called Southern Specials, and so you can choose any three entrees, and their entrees are baked chicken breast with combined dressing with gravy, meatloaf, chicken, and dumplings, my wife's favorite, roast pork and cornbread, pan-fried cube steak with brown onion gravy, fried chicken, oven roasted turkey. Then you can choose three sides. You can choose a dessert. It sounds like a humongous amount of food. Looking at
I
this
want
thing,
fried chicken.
it's crazy, and you can check out the menu.
This
And
this is kind of like the place in Houston we went to. Remember?
was it for breakfast? The
I think we went for breakfast and for lunch as well. There was
I
another
think
day we went.
for some reason I missed that. I think I was taking a test or something. I know what you're talking about. Irma's.
Irma's.
Yes.
That's right.
It
And
sounds
there's no menu. You
yeah.
just walk in, you sit down, say, "Give me food," and they bring you whatever, and it's awesome.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
definitely
that
missed
was
out on
great.
that. It sounded so good because you guys talk about it every year. They do have a vegan section, gluten free, and which is obviously a very important thing nowadays. So I think that's nice as well. So that website is Mary Max, and the name of the business is actually called Mary Max Tea Room. So that sounds pretty cool. I think I want to go check it out for their chicken and dumplings.
Okay.
Now, what I'm most looking forward to is I'm a humongous barbecue fan. Um, I'm not a big fan of pork, but I love ribs. I go crazy over ribs. And so I'm told while we are in Atlanta, we need to check out Fox Brothers BBQ. So the name,
That's barbecue.
yeah.
All right.
So the website is Fox BROS BBQ. Again, we'll put this in the comment section and stuff. But this is a tradition, like a barbecue place. So I'm guessing like you just like show up, they measure out how much barbecue you want, you know, and you,
Probably.
right. They got smoked wings, which I love smoked wings. They all have all kinds of different sandwiches like pulled pork, beef brisket. The thing that sounds really awesome to me is where did it go? They have different plates. So check this out. They have the everything plate. Choose four meat portions: pulled pork, beef brisket, chopped or sliced, 1/4 chicken, ribs, and four wings. Like on one plate, dude.
Oh my God.
So like that's something we we can share with friends or
You
something.
need to bring like 5 people.
Yeah. So I'm pretty psyched about this place.
Right.
And the place I'm most excited about is the first time I ever went to Atlanta. The first place my friend brought me to was this place called Shake Shack, which is a chain. I don't know if it's local to,
Yeah, it's a chain. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if it's like local to the South. There's nothing up here in New York, but I, they have like just really good burgers and French fries, and they make amazing shakes. And so,
Right.
my friend Patrick and I are definitely going to go there, share an Uber, and check that place out because it's like, okay, we can't get this up in New York. Yeah, it's not a hamburger. They call it a steak burger. So the closest thing I can compare it to is, it tastes like a steakum. Remember those things?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and so like it tastes like that, but it's in like in a burger form.
A bun. Yeah.
Yes. And so I like Shake Shack. I've been not Shake Shack, Steak and Shake.
Uh-huh.
There's also a Shake Shack there, but we have them in New York, so you know.
Hey, maybe our buddy Larry should go too, because I think he likes hot chocolate.
Really? So yeah, I bet they have hot chocolate there. You know, I was so confused when he said that
I
because
think his version of hot chocolate is melt chocolate.
melted chocolate. See, that's what
Yeah.
I'm like. After I, so if you're on our crew WhatsApp, you would understand what's happening right now. So he said that he really likes hot chocolate, and in my head I'm thinking, so I'm like ingrained in work when all of a sudden this message comes up, and I'm like, hot chocolate, like I've never heard of that. Like, so do you take like chocolate and melt it and then you eat it? But then later on it clicked, and I'm like, oh, he's talking like Swiss Miss,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
stuff, and but
Frick.
immediately I did not register. My daughter loves the stuff, so I don't know why. You know, when you're at work, you're not thinking about
Exactly.
that kind of stuff. But so there you go, Larry. That one's for you. Larry's a good guy. Looking forward to seeing him.
Uh,
Accidentally, you know, I'm new to this whole Android thing, and I'm convinced my phone does random things. But the other day, the phone called him
oh,
over WhatsApp, and I'm like,
and you did that to me too one day.
I know, and I still don't understand how there's like no call log or anything like that. But for Larry, it was through WhatsApp, and he was like, "Yo, why are you calling me?" I'm like, "I don't know.
And then you,
I really don't know." And so we talked really quick and stuff. But he's a good guy.
that's cool.
Yeah, so that's those are the food places that I am going to check out. Obviously, this is not the healthiest, things to be eating. So I'm counting on you, Harjit, to make sure that I'm,
I'm
getting.
sure there's a salad bar somewhere, and
Yeah, that's
you
what's
know,
great about the convention hall is that like the salads are always excellent. And they have like lots of different vegetables that are again like unique to the area and stuff like so it'll be like, something that you would see every day like okay, this is a salad dressing, but there'll be like a southern twist on it or something like that.
but you know what, buddy, when all fails, our buddy Joe can whip you up a mean smoothie.
That's right.
You know,
Yep. He does make excellent smoothies. I
you may miss the next day of sessions, but you'll get a bean smoothie.
Yep. So,
Anyways,
yeah, and
well, that's good. That's a
I'm
good list, man. And we'll
yeah,
put those links down and share it out, and probably others can chime in and give us some feedback on places they like and if they
absolutely.
like content stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that'll be cool.
Yeah, from what I
So
understand, there's lots of people that are in Atlanta that are going to Ignite, and so if you have thoughts to share, put them in the comments and
yeah,
stuff like that. And we're not getting endorsed for any of this stuff. Like I said, my friends told me that you should check these
what?
places out. So,
Kidding me?
yeah.
I was gonna get free food. I want free fried chicken.
Oh, well, I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Oh my god. Okay.
Um, and of course, we have to at least visit one Indian restaurant.
Yeah, we should.
Yep.
We should.
So, and we
Taj Mahal. We're gonna go to the Taj Mahal.
one thing that really bothers me about Indian restaurants,
Tell me.
it is
Talk to me.
not Indian food.
No, no, no. It is not.
Every
It's
restaurant
definitely
I've
not Indian food.
It is not Indian food.
It is Americanized.
Very Americanized.
Right.
Like for example, curry is a very very general term in India. It's like it can mean so many different things. And
Exactly.
so like there's fish curry, there's chicken curry, there is
Onion
vegetable curry,
curry,
all
vegetable
this
curry, and
stuff.
yeah,
But here it's like, okay, this is curry. I'm like looking at that, I'm like,
that's not
what
curry.
kind of curry? Like, oh, just curry. I'm like, no, 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 no. Like, what kind of curry? Curry is that? So
Yeah.
it's
Curry
interesting.
is a blend of spices, and you can omit one, you can add another, and you usually mill together, and you get whatever, right?
Yep.
You get curry, and I know, just like your mom, and when my mom cooks, makes chicken curry,
Hmm.
she uses a specific type of curry powder for chicken,
Yep.
and and the same thing when she does fish, and there's a distinct flavor, smell, and color from all these different types of curry powders that are blended for those specific things.
Hmm.
So we're used to that kind of stuff. We used,
Right.
so
It's the other thing that really confused me is when I went to an Indian restaurant for the first time, I saw on the menu chicken tikka masala, and I'm
yeah,
thinking like, what kind? Because tikka means just hot, as in like spicy, like real Scoville temperature wise. It means like it's that kind of
yeah,
spicy, and then masala is just a general term for spices, blend of spices. So what this is saying is this is very spicy chicken.
and do you know how? And do you know tikka masala actually didn't originate from India? It's not even an Indian dish.
Get out of town.
Yeah, I was reading up on it, and it was actually started in an Indian restaurant in Glasgow, Scotland. That's I think it was just a blend of, hey, I'm just gonna
Wow.
tomato paste and something or another, and the locals loved it, and then it just grew from there. And now it's like the Indian thing
Hmm.
over the world, right? But it's actually not Indian, like you know.
So
So
it's Irish, Scottish. I'm sorry.
Scottish, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it's
Who would
funny,
have thought? Oh my
yeah,
gosh. So they need to be serving that with like Scottish, other Scottish dishes and stuff like that. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but
yeah,
wow,
yeah.
that's Scottish. That blows my mind. Oh my
That
goodness.
is, yeah.
You need
So
to post a link to that, your source,
I should, yeah.
because I
I'll
don't think
post.
anybody will believe you. That is insane.
I
Oh my
know,
gosh.
right?
Wow. Yeah.
So, yeah,
So
so we got this covered. We got, and so yeah, we definitely have to check out an Indian restaurant for sure, and we can take some friends with us, and
yes.
we'll order up and let them try different things, and it'll be a good experience and cultural immersion.
Yes. And you have to let us order for you
Right.
because you don't know what you're going to be getting otherwise. It's like, okay, I don't know what I like, because the menu is so big.
Yeah.
My friends always tell me like, what should we get? And then we'll just get like a mix of stuff and share it, which is kind of like a nice thing to do anyway. But then be warned, I'm going to tell them, cook this as spicy as your mother would be cooking it. because that is the right way of doing it. There we go.
Oh yeah.
So,
I do the same thing too. So when my family and I go out, and if we happen to go to an Indian restaurant, they'll just hand back all the menus, leave me with one, and I do the ordering. And I know what they like anyway. So I'll say, okay, I'll like to have this bread and with this and that, and I usually try to order off the menu.
mhm.
I kind of tell them like what I want
Yep.
and how I want it, and then they go and do that. So
And they love that. They're like, "Oh,
I love
yes, we actually get to make food the way like we were taught as
it.
kids and stuff, and not this generic way." I mean,
Right.
at least that's my experience. They get very excited, like, "Oh, yes, we
Oh
get to
yeah.
make real Indian food."
Yeah.
So, cool,
So
man.
anyways, this is a good show.
Yeah, absolutely. I heard that you downloaded the iPhone app for the Ignite.
Yes, yes, that's a good reminder. Yeah, it was at the end of the day today, and I got a alert saying that there was an update for the Microsoft Ignite app for my iPhone.
Cool.
Got it downloaded, and then others started chiming in and said, yeah, it's available for Android, and it's also available for Windows phones. So it's there, and it's pretty slick actually. I built my schedules as much as I could using a schedule builder on the web,
Hmm.
and it actually synced up to the app, and it's going to be
Nice.
pretty handy during Ignite. To walk around and just look at my phone and say where I'm going to go next, and there's a place for you to take notes. I think you can tag notes within the sessions you go to, so you can just keep that, and you can export that later on. So that's
Yep.
really handy.
And the map is there,
Yeah,
and
the app
right.
is and you can communicate with other attendees and things like that. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. So there's a couple of ways to get this app. You can go to myignite.microsoft.com slash what was it mobile apps.
Yep. Or the respective
Right.
platform store.
Or the
So the
Apple Store, or the Google Store, and yeah.
cool.
So yeah, everybody should check it out
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
let us know what you think.
Absolutely. Yeah. That is a very valuable tool. I used it last year and it was awesome. Just, quickly finding sessions. If, for example, if every session that I wanted to go to was full, or if there was a change in the schedule, and stuff like that, I would
Which
know about
happens
it.
too. Yeah.
It was awesome. So make sure you get that. It will help you out a lot.
I've used it where I'll go into a session and 5 or 10 minutes into it, it's like this is not working out for me. I'm not feeling this session, and so what do I go to next? So I quickly look it up, and oh yeah, there's this other thing going on at this other next 2 rooms away or something like that, and yeah, it's really handy.
Cool.
So all right, I think we got things covered, and I'll catch up with you very soon
Yeah,
for the
cool,
next
man.
show.
My name
And
is, yeah, my name is Prayer. You can find me on Twitter at itprayer.
I'm Harjit, and you can find me on Twitter as at sign HOORGE, Hooch. And we'll talk to you soon.
Sweet. Peace out, y'all.